going live right now, man. We going live right now. We live right now. D-Rich and Juice.
We back, man. We
Back at it once again, man. Smash that like button right now, like I always say, because you already know what we trying to do. I've been ghost. Like Gunner said to Snitch, if I don't post and I go ghost, it be for a reason.
Easy.
Period.
Man. Shout out to Gunner, man. Shout out Gunner.
Juice, what's going on, man? How you feeling today?
blessed to be alive, man. A lot of basketball to talk about. You know, like I said, bro, we missed you, man. We went ghost on us for what? When's the last time you posted on YouTube?
2 months ago. I said,
like,
damn.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I ain't posted on Instagram in 12 days. It's just sometimes you need to sit back. I take so much in from social media, so much negative stuff. Sometimes it just mess with me sometimes, man. I'm just like, I need to take a week off, get myself together, figure things out, come back and attack. I feel like sometimes it's good to detox from social media. I don't know if you ever feel that way.
I mean, I be taking things with a grain of salt. Like, I understand how to separate real life and social media. So it don't really get to me. Like, I just get on social media for updates on sports, you know, for giggles, laughs, stuff like that. So I don't be taking it too serious, man.
Yeah, I don't take it serious, but when you get on your Explore page and you just see, or you get on Twitter and you see so much negative stuff, bro, sometimes you just need to break away. But never mind that, Juice. You've been killing it on your platform. Get the people an update on what you posted on your platform over Juice Made Hoops, what you've been doing over there.
Now the rankings been out, 24/7 Sports, a lot to talk about there. DJ Wagner been going crazy. Isaiah Kohler, #1. Mikey going crazy. Cameron Boozer. There's a lot that I've been talking about, man. Go check out my page, Juice Made Hoops. And yeah, man.
There's a lot to start off with, man. There's a lot to start off with. When I went ghost, you messaged me the 2023 rankings. I saw it. I didn't text you back, but I actually saw it, and I went to look it up, the 24/7 rankings. It was a couple of movers, a couple of players. I feel like
is there a way you can like share your screen on here?
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share it. It was definitely a couple of movers. Some people that I definitely felt like should have been higher, and some people that were right where they needed to be. Any big takeaways for you from those rankings as I pull them up?
So biggest takeaway, there was a lot. I mean, the biggest one that I've been hearing people was saying, "Oh, why is Bronny staying where he's at number 34? Like, he's been going crazy. EYBL, he's been going crazy at Sierra Canyon, and he still is not like moving up to be that in that top 20, top 10 range." I still do think, although he is playing good, I still do think players are playing better than him. So we'll get more in depth, a little bit later. But yeah, that's one. Simeon Woodster obviously moving down 15 spots. DJ Wagner moving down to, what is he, like number 4 now?
Yep, number 4.
Yeah, Mikey 17. Who else is there? Xavier Booker moving down, number 10. Like, there's a lot, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, this, in my opinion, is the best rankings that I've seen in a long time for this class, in my personal opinion. Because a lot of it is realistic.
Okay, so let's
go up. We can go down. We can go up and we can start down, or however you want to do it.
I said we can start from 1 and go down like that.
All right, bet.
So Isaiah Collier, number 1. I hate to use this term, true point guard, true point guard, USC commit. Actually, my last sighting of him is when they lost to Bronny out there in California. Did you watch that game? Any takeaways from that game?
Yeah, I mean, Kohler, I forgot how much he dropped. I think he dropped it's like 15 or I don't know, but I know he shot like 5 for 16. Bronny, he finished with 22 points in that game. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Bronny James beat the #1 player. He outplayed the #1 player, so he got to move up." And which we gotta. I feel like we do gotta take with like a grain of salt, just because like you can't. To me, you just can't base everything based on one game. Like, I look at the overall season, little things like that. But yes, whenever you do beat a #1 guy, you outplay him and you beat him, especially when Sierra Canyon, in my opinion, was the underdogs. We gotta shout out Bronny. But I mean, I don't know, man. I still do think Isaiah Kohler is the best, flat out point guard in high school. Like, I think I definitely just feel like he's on another level. I don't know how he's going to do at USC. I do foresee him, being that point guard that they do need him to be and develop and whatnot. But right now in high school, I genuinely do think Isaiah Kohler is the best point guard in high school.
All right. So we keeping it real today, or what we doing? I need to know. We keeping it real today. What we doing? I need to know.
Of course, man. Of course.
So is he the #1 player in the class of 2023 in your eyes?
In my eyes, No, but he's like right there. He's like right there. But like that's the thing. I'm not mad that he's number one because he's right there.
Okay.
Like he's in the same category. Like to me, like Justin Edwards, Isaiah Kohler. Can you scroll up? Isaiah Kohler, Ron Holland, as much as people may hate me for saying that. Even like a Steven Castle, number 9, bro. Like those guys, and maybe Robert Dillingham are like the number 1 guys in my opinion. In my personal opinion.
So what you think about Aaron Bradshaw being number 2? I think this is more based off potential. He's definitely grown as a player from the last time I saw him over the summer. He's getting better. I feel like he got a swag out there on the court. I seen him hit a fadeaway when they were on TV playing Centennial. And I said, damn, he really getting into his bag. I can tell he's in the gym working. Plus, he got the size. Like I always say, you can't cheat 7 foot.
Yeah.
How do you see him faring out at Kentucky?
See, that's the thing, bro. Like when it comes to guys, like you literally just look at his height, bro. He's 7 feet, right? You scroll up, you scroll down. He's gonna be like damn near the only 7 foot guy, probably besides who like Dennis Evans. Is he 7 foot?
Yeah, he's 7 foot, and I'm gonna be.
So that's what I'm saying. Like to quickly continue before you bring up your point, like it's hard for me personally to like judge players that are 7 foot that are in high school because obviously they're taller than everybody. So like I expect them to be dominant on the floor. Defensively, yes, Aaron Bradshaw is I think he's probably the best defensive center, big, whatever you want to call it, in the 23 class. But offensively, I do think he could be a little bit more dominant, you know, a little bit more mean. Because, like you said, like the fact that you bring up, he hit up like a fadeaway, like a lot of his points kind of come from, or he kind of relies a lot on his jumper, in my opinion. But it's not like it's a bad thing that he's capable of, like, you know, making that 3-point shot and whatnot. But he doesn't strike me as that like dominant offensive player. But defensively, he's definitely there.
No. Honestly, I watched Justin Edwards last night when they played Cardinal Hayes. Ian Jackson didn't have the best of a game, but we're not talking about Ian right now. We're talking about Justin Edwards. I feel like I like this kid, not just due to the fact that he plays the game the right way, but I like him because he got a motor. He out there, he was playing with a motor, getting rebounds. He had 10-plus rebounds with 20-plus points. That speaks volumes to me for him playing at the forward position. When I feel like he goes to Kentucky, Coach Kyle is not going to worry about having him dive for loose balls or having him go out there with a motor. I feel like that's something that's already embedded in him. I was hearing on the telecast, they said that they wanted him to be more aggressive earlier in the year, and a coach told him to chill out. All the criticism people were saying about he needs to be more aggressive out there. He plays the game the right way, had 20-plus last night and 10 rebounds. What do you think about Justin Edwards?
I mean, like I said, bro, like he's the guy that I think, you know, is going to excel at the next level in the NBA. Like he's a guy that we can both agree is going to be a lottery pick, potentially, you know, in the 2024, whenever they're eligible to get drafted. And the fact that he also beat Cameron Boozer in Columbus High School, I forgot how much he had in that game. I think it was like 18 or 20 or something like that. But the fact that he beat him and he beat Isaiah Kohler in Wheeler High School in that tournament, won the whole thing and everything, and then he just beat Ian Jackson 24 and whatever you said 12. We got to give him his credit. Like I think he's definitely proven that he's the number 1 player in the class. The fact that like you always say, bro, it's hard for guards and point guards to stay number 1. He's obviously 6'7", 180. Like he's that prototypical type of small forward shooting guard. So yeah, I definitely feel like he's gonna excel at Kentucky. Like he's gonna be the main guy to do his job.
All right, we got Buzelis at number 5. I'm not really gonna talk too much about that. Ron Holland, your boy, Duncanville, Texas. Talk about it.
We finna just skip DJ Wagner. What's going on?
We talking about DJ a lot today. And listen. Honestly, DJ, I don't got a problem with him being number 4. Wow, but me and you go back and forth about DJ all the time. Honestly, I didn't mean to skip him. I thought we already talked about him because that's how much we talk about him. Now, what you want to talk about? He came out versus Centennial. Had a hell of a game versus him and Jared McCain. That was a hell of a game. If you guys didn't watch it, go check out that. It should be on YouTube. That was a good game. Played Columbus, the Boozers. Pretty solid game. You say a lot of his points came in garbage time. I would have liked him. I would have liked for him to be more aggressive. I would have liked for him to be more aggressive, and his points did come in garbage time. But you gotta think, man, these young kids, they traveled out there to Florida. A lot of things play a factor into some of these games. I'm not making an excuse for some of these players, but a lot of these teams are on the road, man. But talk about DJ Wagner. How you feel about him at number 4, man?
My boy making excuses. Come on, man. Nah, with DJ Wagner, like, in my opinion, this is not a negative thing. Okay, I want you guys to understand it, but I kind of do feel like a lot of players just caught up to DJ Wagner. Like I was talking to somebody on my juice, man, and he was telling me like we're finally realizing that DJ Wagner is he's a regular high school player, you know, like because the people were saying, oh, he can play in the league back then, this and that. But a lot of the players that we just talked about, Justin Edwards, Ron Holland, Isaiah Cole, like these guys just simply caught up. If you kind of do watch DJ Wagner, bro, like is it just me or does he like struggle to score the ball? Like, do you see that? He struggles, bro. Like I feel like he just has to try so hard to just drive to the hole. You know, like it's not easy for him. Am I reaching?
I mean, I can see your point, but maybe that's just his game. Maybe it just looked that way. I feel like some players just play at a slower pace. Like we talk about the Dylan Harper kid, he play at his own pace. You know, I can see what you're saying about DJ Wagner. Sometimes it seems like he's sped up.
Yeah, like it's like sometimes he's kind of like out of control and whatnot. But the game he had against Jared McCain, that probably was the best game I've seen him ever play. Like he was like hella efficient. I think he shot 52%, 27 points, but I think most of his misses came from like 3-point shots and whatnot. That's probably something he's definitely gonna have to like improve on. But yeah, going to the basket, he's definitely, you know, that dude. But I don't know, man. I think players just simply caught up. It's as simple as that, man.
Okay, now you said Stephen Castle. I'm not gonna speak on that because I haven't really saw too much of him playing. But I heard he had a hella performance this weekend.
Dude's the GOAT, man.
Yeah, at the Hoop Hall Classic. I heard he had a great game.
Like he's a 6'6" point guard. Like just go on YouTube, watch some of his highlights, watch some of his full games. He dropped 41 versus Duncanville, the number 1 team, and against Ron Holland. Like he's like a Dylan Harper. He just makes the game look like way too easy. He's smooth. I'm surprised he's going to like a UConn. I mean, I guess I don't know who else is going there, but I feel like a lot of people are going to hear his name soon. Like whenever you hear, oh, Stephen Castle's a lottery pick next year and this and that, you heard it first from me, man. Just want y'all to know that.
He's right. Here you go taking credit for stuff.
Nah, for real, bro. He's cold, man. They've been telling me.
I heard on the telecast. It was playoff football on this weekend, so I was going back and forth between the games.
Watching it, man. Dude, good.
Xavier Booker at 10, and we got Kwame Evans Jr. at 11. I feel like I want to see more from Evans Jr. You know what I mean? But let's talk about Xavier Booker, man. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, number 10. Rivals have him number 1, number 10 here. What you think about that?
I think he's a guy that's like based on potential. In my opinion, you know, people obviously comparing him to like Anthony Davis, those types of guys. Why'd you make that face? Did you just roll your eyes, bro? Why'd you roll your eyes like that, man? Did I say something wrong? I say something crazy?
You ain't saying nothing wrong. I was thinking about something else.
Nah, but I think he's a guy that's like based on potential. Because, bro, if you look at his stats and stuff, sometimes he be dropping 4 points, 5 points, 6 points, 7. You know, like he's not out here dropping 20 and stuff like that. He's always going to get you 10 rebounds. But I don't think he's like there yet, in my opinion. I do think they are ranking him based on potential. I think eventually he will get there, and we will see that once he develops more at Michigan State. But you know, I don't think he's like a number 1 guy right now, but eventually he can definitely get there.
Okay, can we get to the meat and potatoes of this shit now? Let's get to the meat and potatoes, man. Forget all the small talk. I actually like Andre Stojakovic right here at number 16. I feel like that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree.
Mikey at number 17. I feel like that's pretty solid. Dennis Evans. I feel like he got a lot of improving to do. He improved, but it's a lot of improve. Like you said, with bigs, it's always about potential.
So real quick. Okay, so Mikey Williams is number 17, right? So who are you taking above him? Are you taking Mikey over any of those guys above him? Is he having a better season than any of these guys, at least that you've been watching?
I mean, well, I don't know if you're having a better season than Rob because I don't see no games. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the overtime league. They're making trades, all type of shit. I don't know what's going on?
Hey, I'm finna drop a video on that, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. But Yeah, who are you taking Mikey over out of those? Are you taking him over any of those 16 guys? I'm way averaging over 20, close to 10, man. Top assist guy in Kelly.
Am I taking him over any of these 16 guys?
I'm taking him over AJ Johnson. Scroll up more. I'm taking him over Mackenzie McBuckle. I'm taking him over. It's probably it. So yeah, I think he's a top 15 guy for sure.
I'm not bad. I'm not mad at number 17, honestly.
Yeah, 17 ain't bad. 17 ain't bad.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna discredit any of these players that's ranked above him. I feel like everybody, like for right now, this is solid. But I feel like when other rankings had him like in the 30s, that's disrespectful.
I just feel like, you know, the fact that he's on that team with just the team is just not that good. I think that's kind of plays into like why people think he's not that good, you know?
Yes, it's literally him and the JJ Taylor show, literally.
Literally, bro. Literally. They have no point guard. They have no big. Mikey's doing the best that he can. Like, what do people not understand that he's not like you can't expect Mikey to shoot 50, 60% every game if they're gonna be double teaming him or if they're gonna be double teaming JJ. Like, you gotta, and if you watch him, bro, he's trying to create for his teammates. A lot of them just be missing shots. So this whole idea that Mikey's not that guy, bro, I'm telling you, if he was on a better team with better teammates, every single one of these guys that you see him ranked above him, they all play with high-level basketball players. Mikey's the only guy out of this whole group, and probably Andre, that's not playing with, you know, top-tier talent. So I feel like we got to take that into consideration whenever, you know, you watch Mikey, look at his numbers and whatnot. And he's still dropping 30s. He's still dropping 30, 35, 36, 40, you know? So that's why I think he's up there, bro. But before, yes, I used to think he was overrated, but now his game has developed overall as a whole. So I'm a fan, man. He's that guy.
Let me tell you one thing that I saw with Mikey Williams. When he was playing against Columbus and his teammates were missing shots, he handled it the right way. He wasn't pouting. He just get back on defense. Sometimes you see players when they play against, you know, high-level teams and some of their teammates miss shots, they get pissed off and you can see it in their demeanor. But I actually saw him get back on defense when some of his teammates missed some shots that they should have made, you know, wide open threes, maybe some layups and floaters and stuff like that. He handled it right, man. So I feel like he knows what's going on and he's going at his own pace right now, man.
I agree.
So I got a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
Why is Bronny's at number 34, right? I want to ask a serious question.
Okay.
Simeon Wilcher not having the best of a year. Do you feel like he should be ranked over Bronny? What you think?
Yeah, I do actually think Simeon's better than Bronny for sure.
Wesley Yates. Do you feel like he should be ranked higher than where he is right now?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And this ties into the McDonald's All-American conversation because this is something that has been talked about on the internet. If you type in Bronny McDonald's All-American on Twitter, people are asking the question, will he make the McDonald's game? 24 players make it, I believe. So you think about 2 players at every position, add an extra 2. So 12-man rosters.
In the West, though, just in the West, I believe. I think that's how they do it, right?
West and East. They got to be 12. I think it's 12 and 12.
That's what I'm saying. So is Bronny a top 12 guy in the West Coast?
Is he a top 2 dude at his position, kind of?
Yeah, fact. So scroll up, like who's above him in the like Mikey is obviously a guy, you know, that I think would deserve to make it over him. And a lot of these guys are in the East Coast. Jeremy Kane, I mean, we got to put him. Jeremy Kane, Aiden Holloway. Scroll up more.
Think they're gonna put AJ Johnson in there?
That's the thing, bro. I've not been watching him, so I can't even speak to that, to be honest.
They actually played in Ohio at the Flying to the Hoop, I believe, last night. They lost to Centerville.
Oh, what's his name? School? Gabe
Kyle Academy.
Yeah. Cody, no, he's a small forward. So yeah, Bronny, I guess he does have a legit chance because all these guys are in the East Coast if that's how they do it. So I'm definitely taking Mikey over him, and I'm definitely taking who's the other dude? Jerry McCain over him, and then Aiden Holloway. So he probably does have a legit chance of making it then.
The game in Houston, you thinking about going or what?
Shoot, we might as well, bro. You might as well fly out here. I'll be down for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough. I wonder, do they do it West and East? I never really paid attention to that, bro.
No, because whenever I seen them post it, they were like West, and they named all the players that was in the West, and they had the East, and they named all the players that it was in the East. Right. If that's how they do it, yes, Bronny has a legit chance. If that's not how they do it, Jackson sells that, bro. If that's how they do it, then if they do it combined, then I don't know. I don't
think they do it like that because I don't think that'd be fair. Because what if you got so many good players on the East?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, now Jackson Shillstead, do you feel like he need to be ranked higher than where he's at?
No, I think that's pretty solid, actually, in my opinion.
About Chris Johnson?
I think that's pretty solid, in my opinion.
What about Devin Royal? You ever seen this kid play? He's pretty good, bro.
I've heard of the name, but I'm not really too familiar.
He one of those players whose stock rose during the EYBL. I saw him play. They actually played after Bronny played in Columbus. He's a gamer, bro. I'm telling you.
I gotta check him out.
Probably do like 2 years in college, then go to the league. You know, I don't think he'll one and done, but he one of those dudes that'll do like 3 years. And get
yeah.
The first round. Reed Shepard dropped. Dusty Stromer. You think he got a chance to make the McDonald's game?
He's been having a solid season. I mean, he's top 50. I mean, I don't know if they take guys that low, but you know.
But overall, though, man, I don't want to get down here to the hundreds because you know these players that.
I mean, they got
definitely some of these players gonna probably rise above some of these players in the top 10.
I guarantee you, at least 5 of these guys that nobody's really heard of is gonna be a top guy. They're gonna go to the league. Your boy Trey Parker, number 74, man. Speak on it. Speak on it, Mr. Hater. Speak on it.
I'm not a hater. I feel like this is a pretty good spot. I mean, I was talking about he need to be top 30. That's when I had a problem.
I was never saying that, bro. I think people was like caught up in that excited stage. He's solid, but it's number 75 or it's kind of low.
Yeah, man. Overall, man, I don't really got a problem with the rankings. I feel like everybody right where they need to be. I'm kind of more interested in seeing who's gonna be a McDonald's All-American and who not, because if some people left off that list,
yeah,
it's gonna be crazy in the basketball world, man.
Hey, next stream we do, bro. Let's make our own teams and let's, you know, you pick your team, I'll pick my team, and we can kind of do that, see who deserves to be on there.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good thing to add. Might be a pretty nice video to chop up, put on YouTube. IG. I like that, man. I like that.
I said we coming here, man. 2023.
That's been a lot of games. Let's hit on some of these games that we saw. I feel like we should hit on the DJ versus Jared game first, man. Now, obviously, you didn't watch the game live. I had my little
bro. I watched the game.
Yeah, watch it like stop.
Bro,
calm down.
Oh
calm down.
Bro. Listen, bro.
I'm saying you rewatched it. You didn't watch it live.
It doesn't matter, bro. I watched the full game.
That's cool. I wasn't Juice. I wasn't taking a shot at you. Calm down. Listen. Hey, listen to comprehend, not to respond. I'm trying to just
bro, because you accusing me of not watching the game.
No, I didn't. I said obviously you didn't watch it live, but you rewatched it, which is cool.
Not the highlights though. I watched the full game, so I seen every shot that was taken in that game. Okay, cool. DJ Wagner. Now, listening to the telecast, which is cool. Paul Biancardi and his team, they do a good job. You know, they do the best job that they can. They know a lot about high school basketball, probably forgot more than I actually know. But they can kind of, you know, pour the extra sauce on a little bit every time somebody get a little basket. Now, DJ Wagner had a hell of a game. When I saw him cut into the hole and his ability to finish, and the floaters were like on point, bro. Like when he get to the middle, of the lane and he dropped that floater, coming up, they ran one play for him. He came off the screen, got the ball, did a dribble, made the floater. That seemed like that's more of his bag. His shot wasn't really falling from the 3-point line.
I do feel like he can improve his 3-point shot. What you feel about that?
No, I agree. I mean, we're gonna see that next year at Kentucky for sure. But it's obviously gonna be hard for him to make those types of, shots if on this high school level with just the way they guard him. So I understand why he takes most of his shots near the basket, and yeah, he's definitely a 90+ overall when he goes to the basket for sure.
Now, when I was watching the game live, the name that I text you, I said, please put some respect on Jared McCain's name. I'm gonna say it again. Please put some respect on Jared McCain's name. Now, what did Jared McCain come out there and do? He's a 3-point shooter. He's a 3-and-D guy. I know he's not the best ISO scorer with the ball in his hands. I know we talk about he doesn't have the ability to create his own shot. If I'm drafting a team and I'm starting a team and I'm picking one player first, I'm not going to pick Jared McCain. But if I got a team and I need to add an extra piece, just an extra little sprinkle to make that team pop, I'm picking Jared McCain. When I turned the game off, he had 6 threes. He hit 1 3. It looked like the 3 on Love and Basketball where, remember she posed like that? And the coach told her, go stand over there and pose like that. I mean, he had a steal where he intercepted it like a defensive back and hit the 3.
I'm him. That's what he said. He said, I'm him.
Now, is that shot going to fall like that all the time? I don't know. I don't want to be the guy that come over here and say, he's not going to be able to do that on a consistent basis. But damn it.
He will.
Okay. But damn it, it was beautiful the other night.
Yeah.
Put some respect on Jared McCain's name, Juice, please. That's all I want you to do. Just a little bit of respect.
Bro, the respect has definitely been there. What do you mean? It's I've always considered him one of the better, 3-point shot makers in high school. Even defensively, he's pretty good too. And I love the fact that he took this game, to heart, playing against DJ Wagner. Like every basket DJ or Jared was scoring, he was talking to the crowd, pointing at the crowd, saying I'm him, this, and that. Like that's the type of energy that these high school players got to come with whenever they play a guy like a DJ, when they play all these big time guys. So I respect him for coming, stepping up to the plate. I actually had Corona Centennial winning this game. People were calling me crazy. Like before the game, I was telling people, like, don't sleep on Devin Williams and Aaron McBride.
Why were they calling you crazy? Like, why would it be crazy for a Centennial to win that game?
I don't know. People just think they're soft or something. They're light skinned, all that. People, I don't know, bro. But I've seen Jared McCain and Corona Centennial in person and live. Like, so I know their bigs are good. They got Mike Price. They got a lot. They're all around a good team. So I'm not surprised that they won this game. And like you said, Jared McCain, 6 threes, 27 points. We got to give him his credit, man. He outplayed. Did he outplay DJ Wagner? Or did
I'm gonna say outplayed him. I thought DJ had a hell of a game too. DJ had 32. Right?
No, they both had 27.
DJ had 32 versus Columbus. Then
Columbus, yeah. They both had 27. Okay. They both had 27 this game. So,
but DJ was they both were going back and forth with each other, and that's what I liked, and that's why I don't like these two schools right here. These not prep schools. They're not prep schools.
Speak on it.
I like to see schools like this go up against each other. Two solid players, a couple of other players that's good too, that's gonna play at the next level. I don't like watching these loaded teams. I don't want to see Montverde play. I seen them play La Lumiere. I turned it off. I turned back to the 49ers and Seahawks. I don't want to see Montverde play because everybody good. What am I watching? Who's carrying the team? I don't like that. I like to see Camden and Centennial go at it. DJ Wagner and Jared McCain barking. That shit made me feel good watching that because some of this basketball stuff is watered down. Everybody want to transfer to these damn prep schools. Stay at home. When I saw Dylan Harper and DJ Wagner play, that's the atmosphere I want to see. That's why I fell in love with watching the game of basketball, man. Not this other shit going on where people transfer to these prep schools and ain't nobody in the stands. You're not playing for no state championship. I don't want to watch Geico Nationals. I don't want to watch that. Let me watch the Texas high school basketball state championship. Who win that? Let me see Duncanville face off with the other top team in Texas and see who win that. Let me see Camden go up against Roselle Catholic in a crazy environment. Let me see that. I don't want to see Montverde versus Prolific Prep. What do I want to see that for? What are they playing for? It's like a scrimmage. And I'm just keeping it real. Me watching DJ versus Jared, Juice, you know me. I kind of been off this basketball shit for a minute because I feel like we talking about the same stuff. You know, nobody really going at each other. Everybody buddy. We talked about that. Too many people buddy. I don't know if DJ Wagner and Jared McCain follow each other, but they was going at it. I'm pretty sure ain't no real beef. Jared don't want no beef. DJ don't want no beef. They want to get to the league. But damn it, if you watch that game and you didn't feel it in your heart that this is what should be going on all across the country, you crazy. That's the game I wanted to see. All these other, the Montverde Lalu, I turn that off, man. I don't want to see that. That's not fair. It's not fair. I don't want to see IMG play. It's not fair. I don't know if IMG good anymore. I don't want to see him play though. Because them players not home raised. My bad. I'm sorry.
Easy, man. Easy.
I'm sorry.
I ain't got nothing else to say after that one, bro. You took that one over, man. You got it.
Now, Mikey versus the Boozers. I'm turned up now. God damn it, I'm turned up now. It took me 30 minutes to get warmed up. Guys, I watched the NFL playoffs and I watched high school basketball this weekend. It was a good weekend for me. So let me hit on this. That Boozer boy, guys. Let me tell you something. That number 12, that Boozer. Let me tell you something, guys.
He's him.
That boy is next up. And I know he had the sauce on his name because he's a Boozer and his dad played in the league. I get that. But he is the real deal. He will be better than his dad. It's not too many things that he can't do. And he plays the game the right way. He's not out there forcing shots. When you watch his team, it's not even the Boozer show. They play good basketball. That point guard number 11, I think it is. I don't even know his name, but when I watch the games, he out there making plays.
Talking about the dark-skinned dude?
Yeah, dark-skinned dude. He out there dishing the ball off. Okay. He finding them. He finding Boozer, dumping it off. If anybody know his name, please put it. I gotta put respect on his name.
Caden Boozer too.
Caden Boozer plays the game the right way. Now, of course, his brother has a higher ceiling. But I gotta give a shout out to Carlos Boozer. Yes, you, Carlos Boozer. Somebody take this and chop it up. Carlos Boozer, you have done a hell of a job raising two kids that play the game of basketball the right way. They are not selfish. I watched this team play 2 times in the past 2 weeks. I saw him play versus DJ Wagner, and I saw him play versus Mikey Williams. It was team basketball, man. Sometimes when you got players on the team, it's all about them. They're not like that. They're not selfish. And they got that dog in them. You know, that polite dog. Because they good kids, but they still got that dog in them. It's that good dog. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad dog. Some people got that bad dog in them. You know what I'm saying? They get too riled up. You know, it's that bad dog. They got that good dog mentality. You know what I'm saying? Where they flare up when they need to. Talk to him, Juice. I'm doing too much.
Man. I mean, not like you speaking facts. Like I agree with everything that you're saying. Like they simply play the game of basketball the right way, and you got to think about it, bro. These are kids. These are 15-year-olds. These are sophomores that are beating these teams. Bro, Cameron is 15. He's a sophomore. Caden is 15, a sophomore. They just beat Camden High School, bro. They just beat them. They just beat Mikey Williams and them. You can go to their schedule. I'm sure they've beaten a lot of other top teams as well. Like, there's really not many things that Cameron Boozer can't do on the floor. Like you said, I think he has the highest ceiling in high school period. I think he's the best player in high school period, regardless of the class. And remind you, this kid is 15. We're talking about a 15-year-old. I guarantee you, if the NBA draft is coming up, if he was eligible, I'm not saying he would go number 1 over Victor, but he would definitely go top 5 for sure, bro. Like, he already has the size, he has the build, he has the skill and everything. You know, I don't think I'm reaching whenever I do say that. I think he's just definitely on another level, him and Cooper Flag. But yeah, man, we got to shout out Carlos Boozer, bro. He's definitely doing the right thing. Like, you can tell, like, they're not out here talking trash, saying I'm better than this, and that. They just let their game do the talking. I think that's what, you know, makes their game fun to watch. And the team as a whole, you know, shout out to Columbus High School. They're definitely doing their thing for sure.
And you can tell they good kids, man. I don't know them. I just look at people's demeanor on the court. They're not cocky with it. You know, they just good kids raised by their mom and their dad. Dad was in the NBA. I know we debate whether he was a superstar or not, but regardless, man, just
Public
good
high school,
kids.
public high school too, man. Just a regular Columbus high school.
Now, will they transfer to a Montverde? God, please, I hope not.
I hope not too, bro.
I hope not. Because it's like once they do that, it's like we fall. I'm not gonna say we fall out of love with them, but we just fall out of tune. We can't get a feel for what's going on when people transfer to these prep schools. I don't know what's.
And there's no point too, because they're playing all these top teams. They're in the top tournaments and whatnot. So to me, there's really just no point of that. You know, like I get it's for development and whatnot, but you're already playing the top team, so it really don't even matter.
My boy Juju said Imani Bates had this same talk.
What does he mean by that? Like we're saying
talking about number one player regardless of class.
Nah. I mean, I think they're two different players. You know, one of the guys we're talking about a score. You know, a score can be stopped. You know, especially if that's the main thing that he does. You know, being Imani Bates, there's ways to stop that. You know, Cameron Boozer, in my opinion, like the ceiling is higher. You know, he's more of an all-around player. He has no weaknesses in his game. He can play defense. He can protect the rim. He can also score. He's unstoppable. He gets rebounds. He plays hard. I'm not saying Imani Bates doesn't play hard or anything like that, but, you know, I think it's just comparing two different types of players, you know, so.
My bad, guys. Sometimes I start tripping, you know. I got a short temper these days, man. Definitely winter time when the sun not out all like that. My mood just kind of be down, man. So I come on here and I'm letting it out. All right. Sorry, guys.
We need that energy, man. We need that energy.
Let's hit on Dylan Harper, man. That was 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
Something like that. Bro dropped 36. 36, man.
The only player that I see that has a game like his, like play at their own pace, is him and the other player that you got to tap into, Darren Peterson. Okay, I feel like they kind of play the game similar, like they never get sped up, man.
I gotta see Darren, bro.
Everything is slowed down for them, and I always hit on this point. It's the kids that had a dad that played in the NBA, wasn't a superstar or nothing, but he got 5 championships with the Chicago Bulls, 5 or 6. Played with Michael Jordan, wasn't a superstar though, but he know how to play the game of basketball, and he trickled it down to his son. His dad was a star in New Jersey. They talked about that. And let me give a shout out to J.R. Smith. It was real refreshing to hear J.R. Smith talk, man. You know, he got the tattoos and shit. People give him a bad rap. But I really liked him covering the high school game of basketball, talking about New Jersey and what New Jersey meant to him. I like that, man. Showtime Basketball did a good job putting that thing together. And I definitely hope that they do more things like that throughout the year. Because I really had a good time sitting down, drinking my Hennessy, watching J.R. Smith talk about New Jersey basketball and how much it meant for him to play at home and stay in that environment. Because when you play in a hostile environment like that, I always say it, then J.R. Smith said it, so it made it right. You see what a player is really about, man. And Dylan Harper, even though they lost, put up a good fight the first half. Second half, Camden was able to get it together and win the game. But I was impressed with Dylan Harper. And I'm not going to say he should be the number one player. As a matter of fact, I don't want him to be the number one player. I don't think too many people should want to be the number one player, because when you're number one, guess what happened? Your ass going to drop. That's the only thing that can happen. You ain't going to go no higher. So I'm not going to come on here and have a debate. Should he be number one? I want to talk about the way that he plays the game of basketball, the way that we like. I always say that Kevin Durant, I'm not comparing him to Kevin Durant, but I'm saying when you watch Kevin Durant play the game of basketball, you like, damn, he plays the game of basketball the way you should play the game of basketball. And when you watch a player like Dylan Harper play, you have no choice but to say he plays the game of basketball the way you like to see the game of basketball played. Juice, take it away, man.
Yeah, man, you just be hitting it spot on, man. But nah, Dylan, yeah, like I definitely feel like everything you said is facts. Like he just plays the game the right way. He plays it with pace. You can tell the difference between him and a lot of these other guys. Like it's like when you watch him, it's like he's seasoned. It's like he's already like a college NBA player. Like the certain things that he does, the way he gets to his spots, the way he sometimes pivots and hits a little pivot step, and like just little NBA moves, you know. And he can shoot the ball. Obviously, he can take it to the basket. He can break down, you know, defenders. He's a good point guard too. You know, like I'm gonna be surprised if he's not top 2 at least. Him and Trey Johnson, to me, those are the 2 guys. And if you do look at Dylan Harper's numbers, he's averaging over 25. You know, he didn't just do this against DJ. He did this against Jeremy Kane too. Let's not like. Did you hear what John Wall said about Dylan Harper? Right?
No, what did John Wall say?
He was saying that he was a standout player at his because that's where he was playing at his John Wall's Invitational in North Carolina or South Carolina or whatever. That's where they beat Jeremy Kane and they won the tournament and everything. And he was saying that, you know, Dylan, he's that guy. You know, he put some respect on his name and everything. So whenever you have an NBA great like John Wall saying that about your game, and all these guys, J.R. Smith, you know, like he's next up, bro. Like, and he's been doing this not these past 2 weeks. Like if you look at his numbers in the summer, he was doing this. If you look last year, he's not a new player. You know, I think just that game playing against DJ Wagner and showing up, you know, on a national TV stage like that, I think that's what made people, you know, brought to him attention. But yeah, man, Dylan Harper, I'm a fan, man.
Do you think it's good? I was thinking about this the other day, man. Do you think it's good that some players aren't brought to our attention?
Yes. 100%.
Do you think it's good that some players just go about their way, do what they do, you know, be ranked top 150. You know, we skip over them just like we just did. We're not really talking about them too much. And then they go to college, play for 1 or 2 years, and then all of a sudden, you know, we want to jump on the bandwagon and talk about them. Do you feel like it's some value to that?
I mean, it depends how you look at it. You know, like it just depends, because being talked about is not a bad thing. To me, as long as you're focusing on the main task at hand, which is your game, everything else, you know, will come into fruition. Like that's the engine. That's the main thing. Like a lot of these guys that get talked about and have all these followers on social media, you know, they get caught up in that, you know. That's why I feel like a lot of the old heads and just older generation, they don't really like that all these guys are getting the attention. Everybody has a mixtape now. Everybody got a highlight reel. Everybody got a Baller's Life. Like I'm pretty sure you remember, like back then, like there was only certain guys that had Baller's Lives and whatnot. You know, like now everybody has it. So
I remember I had the conversation with you. I said back in the day, everybody didn't get a pair of shoes.
Exactly.
Everybody didn't get a book bag. Only the main guy got a throwback jersey from the booster.
Yeah. And if you notice too, like a lot of the guys that are in the league or that are top guys in college, a lot of these guys we never even heard of until they even, you know, got to that point. And there's a lot of guys right now in the 23 class and even the 24 class that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about. And, you know, they're going to get their respect whenever it's time to get that respect, you know, whether that be in college or whether that be in the NBA. So, you know, it really just depends how you look at it. I don't think it's a bad thing to get talked about as long as you're, you know, focusing on the task at hand. You know, and making sure the engine's still running.
All right. I feel like we covered a lot of basketball, man. Before we get off here, got 2 more things, man. I really want to hit on this right here. I'm about to share the screen. Really want to hit on this, man, because this right here was like kind of like crazy when I saw this.
What?
Let me share the screen real quick. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. We only got 23 people in the building, but 23 people, that's value, man. You know, I rock with y'all, man. Shouts out to everybody who's taking time out in Martin Luther King Day.
Man, appreciate that, man. For real.
He did a lot for us. And then Martin Luther King seen what this Negro did, he would be very, very disappointed, man. Very disappointed.
My boy charged with capital murder. Man.
I swear, I love you more than you imagine.
Is he crying? Is he crying?
Yeah, he crying, man. Yeah, he crying. Yeah, he crying. Now, man, Darius Miles. Now, he was a junior at Alabama. When I looked up his recruiting profile, went to IMG. I guess he had an ankle injury, and the coach set him down for the whole year. Seemed kind of fishy to me. I don't know if he was maybe a knucklehead before this happened, and the coach just said, "Hey, man, we not doing it." But he had a ankle injury, and the day before they removed him from the bio on the team or something like that. And I guess that same night they get into an altercation. Him and his friend shoot up somebody's car. A young lady gets hit in the crossfire, dies, lost her life because of something stupid. What happened to people just squabbling it out, man? I'm tired of people picking up guns and figuring that's the best way to handle the situation. And then you got to cry like that. Now, I don't know who he was crying to when he said, "I love you more than you can imagine." I hope it wasn't no girl, because if you're convicted of capital murder, bro, you probably gonna never see daylight again out here.
You're done.
And it's unfortunate because it hurts me because he went off to college. I don't know where he's from hometown wise. He may be from the hood. He beat the odds, Juice. You escaped. You in Alabama. Got a chance to get a degree playing basketball. Just lay low, get your degree. Obviously, he wasn't going to the NBA. I believe he averaged like 1 point.
Obviously.
You know, and on Twitter, they said, man, he definitely wasn't no shooter when they put up his stats. Twitter is crazy. All right. But it's unfortunate that a young lady had to lose her life due to nonsense. And now he probably done for the rest of his life, man, for capital murder, man.
Bro, come on, man. What? Bro, they say he wasn't no shooter.
Yeah, because they pulled up his stats.
Damn.
They put up his stats and his field goal percentage or whatever.
Bro, Twitter funny, man. Twitter is funny. But nah, man, like, you know, it's unfortunate, bro. Like, you know, that's just how people, you know, it's just, you got to understand who you're hanging out with. Was there other guy that also got caught? Was he was not on the team, right?
So I guess they were together. And I guess it was all the dude that was Wester with him. They was together. And I guess
on the basketball team, right?
No, he wasn't on the basketball team. But I guess they got into an altercation with somebody else, and they were in the car with a girl, and they shot up the car. From what I was reading, allegedly this happened. Now, I seen the camera footage. Somebody got like footage of like a door camera, and I heard the gunshots. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But
sad, bro. I mean, like, you know, like he's like you said, bro. He made it out. He was able to get a scholarship to play at a top school, bro. Like Alabama is definitely a threat to make it to the Final Four and everything. You know, like he just had to play it safe, you know, and sometimes you gotta leave that lifestyle. There's no, to me, I may be wrong, but there's no good ending to that lifestyle. It's just, you're just gonna always get caught up in the BS. There's no money in that. There's no money in selling drugs and all this. There's no good end to that, you know. So it's unfortunate, you know, that happened. You know, I'm praying for him, praying for his family. You know, he has a family at the end of the day. People making all these jokes and whatnot, you know, but, you know, he has a mom that's going to be sad that he's, you know, going to jail and whatnot. He has friends, family, you know, it's disappointing. You can't take these moments back, you know, like he can't get out of this situation. You know, it's unfortunate. There's no redos, you know, and you got to understand who you're hanging out with and stuff.
Juice, do you know Demi right here? Demi 9040?
That's my boy Demi, man. Shout out my boy Demi.
Demi, I actually want Demi to DM me because he knows a lot about this stuff, and I feel like we can use him as a researcher. Say we about to interview somebody, and we need some quick facts or facts of them, you know, what they average throughout the year, stuff like that. We need people like that.
Hey, my boy Juju too, man. Shout out Juju, man.
And Juju, we need somebody to be a researcher and look up stuff about certain players. Because y'all know all the tea, man. I love that.
Please, man. May even pay too. Please.
You gotta drop something. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man. Like he'll never get the chance to lay up with something soft again. You know, I mean, he might lay up with something soft, but I don't know if it's gonna be, you know.
All right, man. Too far.
Our type of soft. Now he never gonna get the chance to go out and eat something at some of these nice restaurants we go out to eat to. You know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't think about that stuff when you're in the moment. You don't think about that stuff whenever you're mad or this and that when you're in an altercation. Like, you don't want to throw your life away for another person. You know, you don't want to throw your life away for little instances, you know, like that doesn't even matter. Literally in a week or two, bro, we're going to forget this situation even happened, you know? So people, like, you just can't take those things too serious, man, because there's more to life than impressing people and being in that lifestyle. There's just more to life, you know? So
I would definitely rather fight and get beat up because people gonna forget and people gonna respect you if you fight them, even if you lose. People give you more respect.
Facts.
So, It's just sad, man.
Praying for him, man. Praying for him. Praying for his family. Praying for anybody in that lifestyle too, man. Praying. Ain't no money in that.
That's about it for me, man. Somebody said hit on this. Rob ineligible for the McDonald's game. Juice made hoops. Go check him out. He about to make a video on the whole overtime thing. I'm pretty sure he gonna hit on this because me and Juice don't know what the hell going on. We see players getting traded. They in the same city, but somehow they getting traded. I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's joined the chat, man. We appreciate you guys. Like he said on Martin Luther King Day, you know, shout out to all the brothers out there, man. Shout out to everybody, man.
Hey, Demi, if I'm in a car with Juice and Juice shoots somebody and kill him, I'm culpable for that too. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what bullet actually hit her. It don't matter. Y'all both did it. It's over with.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to jail too for sure. I mean, he's already kicked off the team, so it's like, you know, people make mistakes at the end of the day. You know, like people just don't have the proper guidance. He probably was a good kid, you know, but the system don't care about that. People don't care about that. Now he's painted as this guy who's a murderer and whatnot. So it's gonna be hard for him to turn his life around. So you got to really think about every decision that you make in life, every little one, because you know, people watching, you never know how it could affect you. Your life could literally turn left. He was not thinking in that he was finna go to jail 3 days ago. Do you understand that, bro? He was not thinking about that. So that's why I want everybody watching this video to understand that your life can literally change just like that. Be grateful for everything that you have. Literally, you can be driving, somebody can hit you. You can literally be walking, a freaking thorn can go in your eye. You can't see no more. Be grateful for everything. Tell your people as you love them. Talk to them every day as much as you can, because you never know, you know. So it's unfortunate.
That's a good note to leave on, man. I was going to ask you, did you have anything encouraging to say? I think there's nothing else left to say after that, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to everybody that was in the chat, man. We're going to be consistent with this. We'll be back next week, or I'll probably chop up some of these, put them on YouTube. We'll chop up the good ones or whatever, man. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And make Martin Luther King happy, man. Don't do nothing stupid like killing somebody. I'm out.